first, I'm really pleased to introduce our panel. So we'll start with Vivian Kaye, who's the founder and CEO of KinkyCurlyYaki.
So KinkyCurlyYaki is a premium textured hair extensions brand for Black women. I've been running it since 2012, multi-million-dollar business, and I'm a pretty dope lady.
Yeah, I'm Dana. I'm the founder and CEO of Anaono. We are boob inclusive lingerie that is seeking out to change the conversation of full equity and inclusion when it comes to an intimates department. So 2 boobs, 1 boob, no boobs or new boobs. We have you supported.
My name is Caroline, and I have also been a food entrepreneur. Most recently, I was overseeing incubator programming for various commercial kitchens. My goal is to help emerging food brands and new business owners make less of the same mistakes that maybe I did and learn from each other, because our goal is to really build community and help each other out. So I'm really excited to be on this wonderful panel with all these fantastic ladies and other leaders in the field.
Thank you so much. I think that's a great lead in to our next question, kind of as the business grows, wondering how you've managed change around your inventory ordering as the business has grown, and maybe how you knew when it was time to increase the supply. So we'll start with this question for Dana, and then we'll go to Vivian.
My very first moment of press was in 2014 when the Today Show wrote an incredible article that ended up going viral. And I literally sold out of my entire collection overnight, which left me with the worst possible problem that any small business has: no inventory left to sell. And people will say, "Oh, this is so great. Congratulations." To any business owner, I think we say, "This is the worst problem we could have in the world." And in doing so, I had just so happened had started another production line at my factory, of which case was followed up by a people.com article. And my whole new inventory that was coming in blew out, even though I did launch a pre-order on that inventory to the consumer in hopes that that was just going to stretch out the press opportunity to then now be in a total space again of 0 to no inventory. So I say that because there is this unpredictability of what you're doing. So you have to leverage your own ability to risk. I'm in fashion. I happen to be in fashion basics, but if you are thinking about a seasonal type of business, right, you have to kind of plan forward by what is the risk and potential and opportunity that you have when you make a buy. So don't feel bad that the beginning parts of your business is somewhat of the guesswork. And you're not always right. Maybe you underpredict and you have an incredible sales season and you hit a 95% sell-through. Again, a great opportunity. But if you're not backloaded on your next seasonal activity, then you're going to have a lull where you're not going to have product to sell. That means there's no additional cash coming into your business. If you predict too high, then what is your worst case scenario? If you predicted that 85% sell-through, but you only received a 50% sell-through, how long is that going to take you? How aggressive do your markdowns need to be? And how long is that dollar going to have to stretch itself out in your entire operating budget? So that's a lot of information to say, it's okay not to know, but these numbers do matter when you sit at the table to make your decision.
So let's say you're still manufacturing everything yourself, either in a shared facility or your own small facility. You are likely looking at every single corner of your production facility, and it is stacked to the ceiling with cardboard, with jars, with your own raw ingredients. And when you get to the holidays, even more so. And then, you don't have your own warehouse. So what do? The one thing I would suggest, and this is something that earlier stage entrepreneurs, food entrepreneurs tend to forget to do, is you will likely have to rent out additional seasonal storage, whether that's like additional cold, frozen, or dry storage. That's likely something you're going to have to do. And that's an option for very many people. But you cannot forget you've got to make sure that you take into account this additional storage fee, which, especially if you're in the New York area, can really rack up. That has to be built into your pricing model.
I started my business in a bin like this. So you see this Rubbermaid bin? I have one at home, and it's pretty much the exact thing that I started my business with. A customer would buy 2, I would take that money and the profit and buy 4. And that's how I slowly grew my business. And then 3 years later, I did it slowly. So 3 years later, I hit my first million. Now those 3 years were a hot mess, because I was using Big Cartel at the time, and there was nothing really telling me what I needed to order. So it was a lot of guesswork, like Dana mentioned. Like your first couple of years, until you've got the cash to invest into an app or a person who's going to help you figure out what you need to bring in, you're going to have to do a lot of guesswork. So my guesswork was, okay, so a lot of people seem to be ordering this particular product. So I'm going to order, I don't know, 5 more and see what happens. And then that kept happening to the point where it's like, okay, I need more than 5. Okay, 10. Ooh, okay. And I felt like it was a lot of risk involved because I wasn't prepared to make the huge investments because I didn't know what that was supposed to look like or even what this business was doing. So you have to be really mindful of the products of the investments that you're making. You have to really watch what you're actually selling. Don't be afraid to cut dead weight off.
That is so true. And I think it's so important for everybody to realize that everybody else is also guessing. Like, you're not coming from behind, you're guessing. That's kind of part of the game.
Nobody knows what they're doing. Trust me.